Have you ever wondered what happened to the man I used to be when you gazed in the mirror? In actuality, the majority of men over 60 experience it. The gradual loss of energy, the silent decline in motivation. The moments in the bedroom that used to feel natural feel more like a memory now. Here's the shocking part though. Age isn't the only factor. It's a lack of nourishment. I'm going to tell you something today that most doctors won't tell you. I'm Dr. Senior Man, a men's health expert who has helped men recover their confidence, strength, and performance for more than 30 years without medication, not using any tricks, and without embarrassment. You see, most men's routines are lacking something, a straightforward reality that has been concealed in plain sight. 3 natural foods, yes, only 3 nuts, have the ability to change the way blood flows, boost testosterone, and give you new life if you properly eat them. It has nothing to do with snacking. It has to do with science. Additionally, they didn't merely work together. They proliferate. I'll explain each one in the next minutes along with why it works and when to eat it for best effects. You'll also discover the most common dietary error made by older men, which subtly depletes their vitality and productivity. You may restore the man your partner remembers by sleeping deeper and feeling stronger. Remain with me because everything may be different because of this. Before we begin, please make sure to turn on the bell and subscribe if you're interested in regaining your strength, vitality, and performance after the age of 60 so you don't miss any useful health advice tailored to your needs. Type 1 in the comments if you think this is helpful. If not, enter 0 and tell me how I can be of more assistance to you. Let's begin with the first powerhouse, which is often overlooked by males, but may hold the key to improved energy, greater circulation, and revitalized performance. It's easy, it's organic, and it's most likely currently sitting in your kitchen. I am referring to walnuts, which I refer to as the circulation king. 1. Walnuts, king of circulation. One of my patients, John, will always be in my memory. He was 72 and as eloquent in speech as ever, yet there was annoyance behind his eyes. "I'm not the man I used to be," he said. "I feel like my body is moving more slowly. I'm exhausted." Additionally, the bedroom has changed. I've heard that kind of honesty countless times over years, but it's not always easy for older men. "You're not broken," I murmured, meeting John's gaze. "All you're lacking is the proper fuel." I then gave him a straightforward fix. Walnuts. Walnuts. You may be thinking, really? However, the majority of men are unaware that this unassuming nut contains one of the most potent keys to reviving your body's vitality, blood flow, and functionality. L'arginine is an amino acid that is abundant in walnuts. Your body produces nitric oxide using l'arginine. This substance widens and relaxes your blood arteries, enabling more blood to flow freely where it is most needed. This implies improved blood flow to your muscles, brain, and yes, even erections. Nitric oxide production naturally decreases with aging. You might find that you don't recuperate as well as you used to because of this. Your legs get tired more quickly. You awaken feeling sleepy. In the bedroom, you don't experience that innate drive. It is not a lack of desire that is taking place. It's not being delivered. The force with which your blood flows has simply diminished. However, eating a handful of walnuts every day can begin to alter that. John consented to give it a try. No drugs or supplements, simply a handful of walnuts every night, preferably an hour before bed. 2 weeks later, his eyes were altered when he returned. I could see by the smile on his face that he was feeling happier and had more energy. At last, his body was reacting once more. However, walnuts' health benefits extend beyond blood flow. Omega-3 fatty acids, which promote heart health and lower inflammation, are also abundant in them. For men over 60, this is particularly crucial because inflammation is one of the unseen causes of erectile dysfunction, cognitive fog, and exhaustion. One of the few plant-based foods that provides this type of support in an easily absorbed natural form is walnuts. I frequently suggest walnuts as an evening snack for another reason. Melatonin is naturally present in them. Sleep isn't the only use of melatonin. It aids in the regulation of your circadian rhythm, which is essential for the synthesis of hormones. Better sleep at night and higher testosterone levels throughout the day are the results of this. Everything is interconnected. I refer to walnuts as the circulation king for this reason. Because you're lowering inflammation, supporting your heart, increasing blood flow, and setting the stage for performance with just one meal in many areas of your life, not just the bedroom. What's the best part? It's easy. It's reasonably priced. Additionally, it works with your body rather than against it. Walnuts could be your first step toward reviving your engine if you've been feeling like it's not running as well as it once did. However, circulation is just one aspect of the situation. I want to show you the one nut that does more than just improve blood flow. Next, it gives you back your confidence, durability, and firmness. And what's its secret? It has been in your snack dish, hiding in plain sight. Next, let's discuss it. 2 pistachios, the enhancer of erection. I had a patient named Mark not too long ago, 69 years old, lifelong runner, and proud grandfather. Before he spoke, he entered my office and sat silently for a while. His voice was lower than normal when he did. "I still love my wife, Doc, but I have been avoiding intimacy lately," he remarked. "I'm afraid I'll let her down. Not because I don't want to. I hear confessions like that much more regularly than you may imagine. And it has nothing to do with desire. The will is still present. In most guys, they no longer have the confidence, the feeling of dependability, the courage to act. The good news is that many of my patients may swiftly and naturally regain their confidence, and using pistachios is among the most unexpected methods to accomplish this. Pistachios. Indeed, these are the identical ones you could store in a snack dish. Why are they so strong? First, they have l'arginine, which raises nitric oxide and enhances blood flow, just like walnuts. Pistachios, however, go even farther. Additionally, they offer a high concentration of vitamin B6, which aids in the regulation of testosterone, the hormone responsible for male energy, muscle tone, and sexual performance. Pistachios are also a great source of antioxidants, plant sterols, and healthy fats, all of which help to maintain the fragile blood vessels that cause erections and lower inflammation. Furthermore, this goes beyond theory. Men who consumed pistachios every day for 3 weeks saw notable increases in tiredness, duration, and satisfaction of their erections in one clinical research. Just pistachios, no drugs, no surgery. Mark raised an eyebrow when I told him about it, but he decided to give it a try. I advised him to be consistent and start with roughly 25 pistachios every day, ideally unsalted. He came back 2 weeks later with fresh vitality. He told me that although my wife saw it, I didn't expect something so basic could work. I took note. I sense like me once more. I do what I do for precisely that kind of transformation. Men like Mark are simply running on empty. They aren't broken. Additionally, pistachios provide a potent, sustained, and gentle means to replenish that tank. Let me now reveal something that most men are unaware of. When you eat pistachios is important. The optimum time of day is in the afternoon, particularly between lunch and dinner. At that point, your body starts to go into tiredness mode. Your testosterone levels start to drop every day, and your energy levels frequently start to diminish. At that moment, providing it with the proper nutrients will improve your day and help you perform well in the evening when it matters most. Therefore, pistachios might be one of the most underappreciated remedies right in front of you if you've been having trouble with firmness, endurance, or satisfaction. They help restore the confidence that aging can sometimes try to erode as blood flow and hormone balance. Pistachios can give you a sense of strength in the moment, but there's still one more thing to consider. Because blood flow alone cannot provide actual sustained energy or lasting vitality. It originates from the fundamental hormonal balance that internally drives your masculinity, vitality, and mood. And the secret to reestablishing that equilibrium lies in one nut. Only one. Additionally, you should only consume it once every day. Let me reveal it to you. 3. I will never forget the talk I had with Brazil nuts, the hormone restorer. It was with David, a quiet 70-year-old guy who had been feeling totally cut off from himself for months before coming to my office. He wasn't simply worn out. He was aloof. He assured me that I was not depressed. I simply am not present. Despite going through the motions, I feel empty inside. His testosterone level was borderline low. Not dangerously low, but sufficient to account for his emotional flatness, lack of drive, and exhaustion. Shots were not what he wanted. He had no desire for medicines. Naturally, he wanted to feel like himself again. I then posed a question to him that not many doctors pose. Do you have any experience with Brazil nuts? Unexpectedly, he blinked. Do you mean the large ones found in the jar of mixed nuts? I grinned. They are more than simply a nibble, though. They might be among the most potent hormone restorers that nature has produced. This is the reason. One of the best sources of selenium on the planet is Brazil nuts. Your body cannot make this trace mineral on its own, but most people have never heard of it. And selenium is absolutely necessary for guys over 60. It is necessary for the synthesis of testosterone. It promotes the quality of sperm. It is essential for thyroid equilibrium, which impacts energy and metabolism. Perhaps most importantly, it supports and protects the prostate, which is something that any man over 60 should be concerned about. Every morning, just after brushing his teeth, I instructed David to begin with just one Brazil nut. That's all. Just one basic nut every day. No elaborate regimen, no supplements. I saw another man 2 weeks later. He gave me another direct glance. He straightened his posture. He remarked, "It's like I woke up. The fog is gone, but I'm still myself." I have repeatedly witnessed this, and it's supported by science. Reduced testosterone, decreased energy, weakened immunity, and elevated inflammation are all associated with selenium insufficiency. Here's the problem though. Selenium levels in most multivitamins are insufficient to have an impact. Furthermore, too much can be dangerous. For this reason, the safest and most efficient way to get selenium is through food, such as 1 or 2 Brazil nuts. It goes beyond simply raising a lab test score. Its goal is to assist your body in regaining equilibrium. Your ability to sleep well, think clearly, navigate your day with confidence, and yes, feel powerful and connected to your spouse are all impacted by this balance. Moderation and consistency are crucial when it comes to Brazil nuts. You can get nearly all of your daily selenium requirements from only one nut. If you're overweight or have poor diet, take 2. More than that, however, is superfluous. It is evidence that sometimes the most significant improvements result from the simplest adjustments. A month later, David took his wife to his follow-up appointment. "Thank you for giving me my husband back," she added, dragging me aside. "And I'll be honest with you. I practice medicine the way I do because of situations like that. You now understand how Brazil nuts restore hormonal balance, pistachios enhance performance, and walnuts increase circulation. But when you combine all 3 in the correct way at the right time every day, the true power, the transformation that changes lives occurs because the outcomes are not only better but outstanding when these 3 nuts function together. Allow me to demonstrate the process for you. 4. The nut protocol. After learning about the benefits of each of these 3 amazing nuts, I'll tell you something that may surprise you. When and how to eat for the best results. The results you get are determined by not only what you consume, but also when and how you eat it. After decades of assisting older men in regaining their vigor, I have created what I refer to as the nut protocol. When done regularly, it produces a physical, emotional, and intimate shift that many men haven't experienced in years. It's easy and natural. The concept is simple. You're not taking complex supplements, pills, powders, or tablets. All you're doing is employing food at the right moment to support your hormones, blood flow, sleep, strength, and your body's natural rhythms. And everything changes when these rhythms get backed up. This is how it operates. Eat 1 Brazil nut first thing in the morning. Only 1. Just before your coffee, right after cleaning your teeth, and before the rest of the day starts. This small action creates a stable hormonal base and increases your synthesis of testosterone. Men have told me that they feel more emotionally present, more motivated, more aware, and more grounded in a matter of days. Grab your pistachios in the early afternoon, between lunch and dinner. You only need a tiny handful, between 20 and 30 unsalted ones. Most men feel like the day is catching up with them. At this point, the energy level begins to decline. Focus wanes. But instead of reaching for another cup of coffee or a sweet snack, pistachios provide your body with what it really needs. Vitamin B6 to maintain stable testosterone levels, healthy fats for your heart, and arginine for nitric oxide. Men have told me that after eating this snack, they are actually more productive and feel more confident in the evening without even realizing it. Then finish your day with walnuts 1 hour or so before bed. You only need 7 or 10 halves. This dose in the evening is more than just a snack. It is a component of your recuperation system. The natural melatonin helps your body get ready for deep, peaceful sleep. The omega-3s lower inflammation and the arginine increases circulation at night. And the key to everything is getting enough sleep. testosterone, mood, energy, and muscular recovery. I'm not sure how many men ignore this aspect, but it's frequently the component that's lacking. The nutritional value of these foods is not the only factor that contributes to the effectiveness of the nut routine. It's how they correspond with your body's requirements during the day. Hormone activation in the morning, energy and circulation in the afternoon, and repair and restoration in the evening. This is nature assisting, not interfering with your biology. Possibly most importantly, it is feasible. You don't have to completely change your lifestyle or stop eating the foods you like. Your body will take care of the rest if you add 3 easy habits and 3 tiny handfuls of real whole food. Within 7 days, some of my patients start to notice improvements. Their partners start to notice around day 14. Many people say that by day 30, they feel like a different person, more capable, more connected, and alive. You see, it only needs to be deliberate to heal after 60. It doesn't have to be difficult. And by sticking to this schedule, having walnuts at night, pistachios in the afternoon, and Brazil nuts in the morning, you're rebuilding rather than merely eating. You're communicating to your body that you have more life to live, that you're not finished yet, and that you're prepared to enjoy it to the fullest. I must tell you one more thing though, before you set off on this adventure, because even the best plan can fail if you don't grasp this last component. Furthermore, eating has no bearing on it. Every man needs to hear about something deeper, something that most men never discuss. Next, let's discuss it in conclusion. Recovering the inner man. Over the years, I've had the honor of working with hundreds of men, and this is what I've learned. The majority of men don't come to me to run marathons or get six-pack abs. They come to me because they don't want to lose it all, and they sense something within off them vanishing. They want to feel powerful, wanted, and alive once more. Feeling like yourself is what they desire. I told you about these 3 nuts today for that reason, not as a trick or a short-term solution, but as a potent organic method to start repairing what time and stress may have eroded. Walnuts to restore your blood flow and open up your circulation. Pistachios will assist you in regaining your confidence, strength, and firmness during those private, peaceful times. Brazil nuts, too, to replenish the hormones that fuel your vitality, emotions, and masculinity. Additionally, by combining all 3 into the nut routine, you are providing your body with precisely what it requires at precisely the right time. Just genuine food and constant, deliberate action. No medicines, no guesswork. With this, I've witnessed guys in their 60s, 70 seconds, and even late 80s turn their lives around. They wanted to feel like themselves again, not because they were attempting to change who they were, and they did. Here's what I have to say to you. 3 yet time. You're still in your prime. You're not damaged. You're just not in time. The good news is that you can get your rhythm back. Even something as basic as eating a handful of almonds every day can help. You deserve to feel strong once more. Feeling connected is something you deserve to oneself, to your spouse, and to the life you've devoted so much time to creating. Thus, begin now. Make that initial tiny move. 1 breakfast Brazil nut. In the afternoon, some pistachios. Before going to bed, several walnuts. Additionally, your confidence is restored. As your body starts to react, your energy levels increase, and your strength returns. I hope you'll keep this in mind. You are still the same man you have always been. He did not vanish. All he has been waiting for is your return, and you have now. Don't keep this message to yourself if it resonated with you. Tell me how you're doing on your trip by leaving a comment below, clicking the like button, and sharing it with a friend who could use it. Additionally, if you would want to help us continue to provide more men over 60 with life-changing health information, please think about making a little donation. Every little bit helps, and I sincerely appreciate it.